we're all
Would
human,
anybody
so
agree that
any system that we use would be false, but the using just examples aren't great. I mean, like, look at the MIT professor that's claiming evidence for aliens on the new comet that's coming by. Like,
you
makes him
mean the Harvard professor, the Harvard guy?
Harvard. Thank you, thank you,
And
thank you. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and
like there's always bad apples, right?
well, would you guys think that if we searched or looked at some peer reviewed data that we would find a correlation between higher IQ and less common sense? And then second question,
No,
per capita, do we think flat earthers would have a higher IQ than the average glober or what?
no.
I could say it go both ways.
The answer is no on both of those.
Would say that it's much more
Really?
definite that flat earthers would have a much lower IQ than physicists.
What about globe skeptics? You don't need to be a physicist to have pattern recognition. I mean, are you serious right now?
Yeah. Well,
Well, I tested
yeah.
145 in eighth grade, so I don't know if that's good or not, but
Well, I saw a
they told me it
sunset
was
in
good.
first grade, so I'm not sure
What?
how good that correlates either.
I think they compare you per your grade level though, right? Like I'm not always sure about that. Like if they keep you in the pool of your age bracket or not.
Witsit
Yeah.
has a
I don't
168,
know.
by the way.
He
Witsit has
does,
168. Yeah.
and he's not bragging,
What's
bro.
He's quick-witted. I mean,
I
whatever he
don't know
says,
if he's ever taken the test though.
He
I
claims
don't
he has and
know.
got a 168.
Oh, well, maybe he did.
He used to what he used
I
to
don't believe
do.
it. Riggs. Riggs, I don't believe it with you.
What
So go ahead.
he used to finish all of his algebra 1
Wait.
exams
Believe what?
in
You don't
like
believe what
11
mine
seconds.
is?
No,
No, no,
what's it?
no. I'm with you, Riggs, that I don't believe that Witsit got a 168.
I didn't say that. I said, well, maybe he did.
Oh,
That's what I
I know
said.
you were sorry. I was just agreeing with your potential
Look,
skeptic.
if Witsit told me anything directly, I wouldn't take him for a liar. So I don't know if he took an online test or what he took, but if he told me personally, he's never told me that. I've never heard him say that. So I don't know.
That would be a fun topic.
Really, anything over 130 is like 0.1% type shit. So
all right,
Yeah.
I'm ready for a debate. 130 is
You
not point 0.1.
You know,
You really
you
got to
know
get your stuff.
what's funny?
I'm next.
Oh, sorry. I was trying
yeah,
to stay on the
I'm next.
topic, but
misspoke.
if you want to change it, go for it.
No,
I'd say
this is on the
1%.
topic. I challenged Tank. Were you the one that said no to both questions?
Which
Or was that
question?
No to
WG?
both questions.
Icy spin did.
All right, WG. I want to direct
Technical.
everybody's attention to text chat. If you can tell me if I gave a fallacious search term. Here's Google's response.
So we
Were
trust
you
Google.
texting? Is it wide chat?
Yeah.
Are you in
Oh,
wide chat?
Use those IQ points, bro. It's wide chat.
I don't see anything in
Whatever,
there.
dude. Come on,
All
look right
right.
there.
oh,
What
okay,
I
cool.
typed was, is there a correlation between high IQ and lower common sense? In short, it has been often observed that high IQ types are lacking in common sense, and especially when it comes to dealing with other human beings. General intelligence is just cognitive ability. It also, eat it.
Huh.
Oh, we weren't talking
Interesting.
about. Yeah, maybe
I
we're
think
talking about
okay.
common
I think
sense.
he was defending himself with this one. I don't know. It's like I tested
Yeah,
80, but I got great common sense.
I
I just
agree.
got flat smacked.
Yeah, I agree. Nerds aren't very good at common sense because they are doing other things and not being out social.
I mean, I would disagree because there's a lot of common sense things I mean, we're not talking about like practical, like should we wait for
Uh,
the light to turn green to cross the road? Like I'm just talking about on the collective. I don't think that I mean, certainly like Rain Man is not going to be socially he's not going to
yeah.
he's not going to have that riz, right? When he walks into the bar. But that doesn't mean that he's
Well,
not
it said both. I
smart
mean, it
about
said both. It said the
tying his
comments, and then
shoes.
especially with social. You know, it's just if you're focused in one area, you're lacking in another. That's just how the brain works.
Okay, I could be wrong. I still stand by my I mean, we'd have to tear it open. I'm open to being wrong
Well, let's debate
on
it.
both of
Here we
them.
go. Let's debate it. I mean, find some evidence. Like Google disagrees with
You
you.
know,
Maybe you could like bias.
Science Direct AI summary disagrees with me.
Right. I mean, but
I mean, it's
there
really
you
just
go.
random
Let's turn
talk.
up.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, who knows, man?
What
It
was the
does
second one
seem
big
though?
so
pie here.
often.
Oh,
The
you don't want
second
to talk
one
about
was
the flat
flat
earther
earther.
thing. Yeah, because the
Well,
sun
that's fine. I
sets.
would
What
like
was
to extend it because I get labeled a flat earther just for saying, "Hey, are you honest? Like you really like that authority could be really tricky." See, when I say that the whole system, it's not to me 10 million people are involved. My grandpa made a freaking wing for the freaking satellite. Like to me, that's a dumb response. and I often get dumb responses defending the globe. And also, I'm telling how smart and strong the elite could be and corrupt, saying that they would be able to trick us all. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's
But see, you don't even
come
believe
on,
in your
man. Like,
position because if I'm,
no, but
and I could be wrong,
my
because
position.
you said you're a globe
What's my
denier, right?
position?
You
No, I
changed it,
said I'm
right?
a
You did say flat earther, and then
gaslighting.
you said, "How about globe denier?" That was like 4.5 minutes ago.
You guys are
First
both
of
just
all, I
you're
never
both
said
doing
that's
projecting
my
at light
position.
speed.
Three
Okay.
things wrong. I gotta not look. He's gonna get 3 strikes. He's out. One, I didn't say it's my position. I asked about the groups, the different groups' position. Two, I said I'm a globe skeptic, and that's why I get labeled a flat earther just for being a globe skeptic. So I wanted to extend the two camps into just true. I know it's a globe versus skeptics down to flat earthers. Okay. Okay.
I'm a flat Earth skeptic.
I
How
think
about that?
that's fair.
I mean,
I am
what does that
too.
even mean? Like, why won't you take the stronger position?
Take
'Cause
the
he's
position.
done.
I taking a quantum position of probabilities. I don't need to be all in on either one. I don't need to be all in. There's no bet going on right now.
Yeah,
So
being
do you think
intellectual
it's
bubble is a good
possible?
stance.
Do you think it's possible it's both then?
No.
It's not quantum then.
That's a quantum position.
It could be
Well,
both a
most
globe
people would
and
say
flat.
it's contradictory, but that's just needing a
Well, I know,
binary.
but that's some people would say quantum is contradictory too. So
No,
But
they
it's not
don't.
implicit to be contradictory, right? I mean, that's
Make
kind
a
of the whole
case for
point.
quantum. Make a case for quantum to be contradictory, bro. Your extension in a wave particle duality might be contradictory, but not quantum wave of probability on
okay,
itself applied to any other things.
that's fair. That's fair. That's good. Good response. Thank you.
And it feeds
Thank
in well. Like the system we exist in wants us to jump to a conclusion right now today, and for people to be right or wrong.
Oh yeah, the system wants us to make
Mm.
a take and make it scandalous. So, Dr. Don, what would convince you one way or the other, or do you think you could ever be convinced one way or the other?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And we should stop arguing about this 10 years ago. We get 8 planes, we put them butt to butt to butt, north, south, east, west, and in between, and we go straight and we don't stop.
I
You
Done.
shouldn't
sound
have
like Demmoch, bro.
I shouldn't have asked.
That
I
was fire.
tell him all the time, man. He's like the budget demo.
That was fire.
Demmoch
What
half
is-
the price.
The Timu.
Well, what's wrong?
TEMU demo.
Would you disagree? Would you disagree with that? I mean, come on.
Tell
I-
us your experiment.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Spin.
Well, I had a question for him a minute ago about why he won't take the stronger position, and he didn't answer it.
I do take the stronger position. I defend the globe often.
No, why won't you take the position that you're a flat earther and instead you're a globe skeptic?
Oh, I see. The more extreme position.
No,
That's
the
what you mean,
stronger
extreme.
position. The we know, not like we're pretty sure.
The more
actually, that's not
confident
even-
position.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
The more
Whoa,
confident.
voice crack.
The globe is winning. Let's just be honest.
is that me?
That's the stronger position. The stronger
Bolt, go
position.
hard,
is the globe.
Like for instance, I would
He's
say
asking
that
you to take a stronger.
yeah, I believe it's a globe.
That's fair. I'm
I
just
would
picking
even
at
go
you.
as
I'm just
far as to
yes.
say
I see what you
know it's a
mean.
globe. Okay.
I see what you
Hold
mean.
on. How is $1 trillion and you have nothing to show for a strong position? We haven't even gotten any money, and we've given you a run for your money.
Puddles, that's
But
cute.
fuck these micro experiments. Let's just go butt to butt to butt. Keep the planes going straight. It's over. Why won't you guys agree? Are you trying to hide the truth?
Wait, can you flesh that out for me just a second? What is 10 planes going butt to butt to butt do?
That is a disaster.
Well, on
of
a
making,
globe,
bro.
the plane keeps coming back around and coming back around and coming back around, and on something else, it's going to keep going and going and going and going.
So why do you
And-
need to put 10 of them butt to butt?
How about 20 then?
No, why do you need more than one?
Because you're weak and you want only one.
No, he's asking actually what, like, walk it out. You know what I mean? Like, how does that?
I
all...
get his point. He's weak. I want more. I want more falsification. I want more science. I want more cameras in space.
I love
Oh,
this
shit.
guy.
So you want to watch 10 sunsets in a row instead of one?
I wanna watch 10
ridiculous,
planes.
bro.
Why?
10
You guys trying to
24
hide the
he
truth?
needs-
Tell me,
he
tell
wants
me
10
how my thing ain't
24
gonna work.
midnight
All right,
suns.
all right,
He
so
wants
take it
10
down.
24-hour.
Yeah. To just like really kind of stop it for a second. What he's asking is what would 10 planes butt to butt to butt actually do? Like what is it that you're saying? How is that 10 times the proof or whatever?
Well, you know, do an experiment once, you want to do it again and verify it that it was done and there was no other hidden things, and one might work, but I'd like to do it again and again.
Puddles,
But
what's this guy talking about?
if you
Oh.
put them butt to butt and one gets off a little bit and the rest follow it, then your experiment sucks. So you should do it
Awesome.
10
Let's
different
do it 20 times
Talking
then.
about the
Let's
human
do it 20
centipede.
times. hold on. I don't think, are you understanding that we're going to start at one point? They're all going to be facing away from each other, and then we're going to go straight and
Oh,
in different.
no, you said butt to butt to butt. Oh, I see what you mean now. Okay.
Yeah,
I
they're
gotcha.
all butt to butt. Yeah, in a
Yeah.
circle. Yeah.
You don't know what a plane's butt looks like.
Could I just be?
Touch all
Could I
the
just
butts.
be a?
Show me how you can touch all the butts in a different way besides a circle. Show me right now.
That sounds hot.
Right?
Could I just be a party pooper real quick?
Yes.
You
The
thought it'd be in a
problem is
line?
the problem is there's air currents and stuff, so there's no way to fly that plane perfectly
Don't
straight
care.
unless you're using
care.
GPS. And then,
Don't
of course,
care.
if you're using
Wrong. Don't care. Don't care. Let the wind blow you sideways. You're either going to kind of come back around the globe or you're going to go off past Antarctica into Narnia. Don't care
Bro.
about your weak ass retort.
I mean, he was trying to say a whole sentence
I don't care.
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
said.
That would've been cool.
Just whatever,
for
man.
a whole sentence to
Stop.
come out.
Stop
You
the
know,
stop the parrot shit. Stop.
Jesse,
You guys
quit
aren't
trying to
parrots.
set up
Why are you
an
trying to hide the truth?
experiment properly.
we got
Wow,
all the
this guy
time in the
is
world
team-
to
Why?
retort it.
This guy is team.
Why do you
Demmoch.
have moon base money? Why do you guys have moon base money and no moon base? Make that shit make sense. Like it wasn't
Second.
stolen in some extortion
You guys
scheme.
are
Go
afraid of
ahead.
complete sentences.
This
That's
is a
it.
Monday. This is a Monday.
I love this. This is so good.
It's called Manic Monday.
Oh, tomorrow, good luck if you think you're gonna talk.
full sentence phobia.
I sure hope I wake up
Whatever.
talking tomorrow. Scares me, actually.
It's
Bro,
been
it's
8
better-
days since I've
It's
smoked marijuana.
better.
I want Doctor to
Chaos is
debate
better than
Demmoch.
listening to.
Dude, I'll get all the popcorn from my local grocery store. Demmoch and Doctor go head up. That's all I want.
Yeah,
We've,
dude, the
like,
storm is
never
here.
disagreed.
I got
Or
popcorn
butt
on
to butt
deck.
to butt. Whatever.
Hey, doctor.
Show me butt to butt, geniuses. Show me butt to butt and not a circle. Show me all the butts of a plane touching, unless how are you gonna overlap them on top of each other? Are they gonna be? I mean, what? How are they gonna be? But one's gonna go into. I could see that like a angle, like a protractor angle up in a space. All their butts could be touching. I could see
Well,
that.
nobody
Doctor-
explained that
Doctor-
model. We need a observer perspective on that. We need to know what that would imply, what that shows, like what that model, provides a observation in the mind of. But nobody walked that up. It's just kind of like
Hey,
sounds like
doctor,
word
I'm
salad.
Sorry, y'all are scared of it.
Doctor,
I'm
in
willing
your,
could have been
in
done
your
10 years ago.
opinion, in your opinion, is there a dome? If the Earth is flat, does it have to have a dome?
No.
Okay.
If it's a dome, does it have to be flat?
If it's a simulation, does it have to have a dome?
Bro,
I mean,
this is hilarious.
dude,
I'm
like,
just wondering.
I
what-
gave
what
him the name
holds-
Doctor this morning. I gave him the name Doctor this morning. He's been like this all day. I don't know.
Jesus.
What
I'm willing to
He's
say
dumb,
it's
my
right?
IQ is
it's like he's
lower,
wearing the
but
mask
I
or
might have thought.
something.
Done. So how does on a flat Earth, if there is no dome, what holds like the air or what causes air pressure?
the program.
Damn,
Yeah.
that
Where
was some
can I
Demmoch
find the
answer.
program?
That's sick, bro.
The program got him.
You never fallen into the back rooms before, bro?
So the weird thing is scientists like this, or like they did one more orbit 30 years after they did it one time before. Why just one? And why when Flat Earth was viral and they're like, "Ooh, this is going to be awesome." Why did they have to have like disclaimers on the website that there will be no science taking place under the one more orbit tribute flight? Is that not suspect to you guys? Is that not a red flag? Let's do 10 more orbits. Look up one more orbit
That's
flight if you don't know what I'm talking about. You better.
Because flat Earth isn't that important to them.
It doesn't have to be flat Earth science. It could be any science. Do you know they denied any science? Where is the Are you guys aren't this? I refuse to believe you guys are this slow. Like you have to be.
Are they just trying to
obfuscated.
fit? Are they just trying to spend their budget? They're just trying to get. Oh, we got to go one more time just to like expend our fuel or waste. I need a paycheck, so I'm gonna stay up here a little longer. Like, what are they
Bro,
doing?
you're overlooking the
generation.
fact that the special ed budget did skyrocket like the NASA budget did. So
Look, it's suspect, dude.
there's a pretty good
Space is
chance
suspect.
that these are they. I'm just saying.
Space is suspect. The shape of the Earth is suspect. Something's going on, bro. They rolled out flat Earth. Maybe they trying to hide. Maybe they trying to hide the fact that space ain't what they said it was, and they trying to get you to all think that, oh, look, you're crazy like a flat earther if you question space. That seems like the most logical thing.
Well, dude, they lied about all the wars. They lied about what got us into all the wars. They've been lying to us about doctors and health. They've literally lied to us about just
Hold on
about
a second.
everything in education.
Don,
It's like,
Don,
why
what
wouldn't this be the thing? And then even better, the sky ice stuff, right? And the container, that money's being funneled into those projects, and you're not being told about them.
Don, okay, I looked up this one more orbit thing. Their goal was to do the fastest circumpolar navigate or fastest circumnavigation of the Earth via both poles, and they wanted to do the fastest. So if they did it twice, that they couldn't do it the fastest because they would have to carry enough fuel to do it twice. So what's
Or
your
we
problem
can
with it?
use we could use a solar wing and we don't need any fuel.
Yeah, but they did it on a what did they do it on? Oh, it's a
That
jet. They did it on a jet. You can't use solar sails with that. Come on, man. Come
we
on,
could
doctor.
use a solar sail. That's not a jet. You sound very weird.
They didn't. They didn't do that. They didn't want to come up with new technology. They just did it in a jet.
I don't know what your point is
Well, then you don't know what the point of one more orbit is. Why'd you bring it up?
to reference y'all's
Wait,
weak
wait.
ass science.
It's not
To
science. They
the
were trying to
taxpayers?
orbit the fastest they
Exactly.
could. Okay, so don't
Exactly.
ask why they didn't do it again.
I didn't
Why would
ask.
you ask if they
I
did it
told you.
again?
I told you they didn't do it again. I didn't ask you nothing. It was rhetorical if it was in a form of a question. Are you serious? I want
You
10
said, why
more
didn't they do it
orbits.
twice?
Give
Why
me
didn't you do
10
it twice?
more
Was there
orbits. Yo, your
you
high
asked?
IQ is lacking social skills, common sense. It was rhetorical.
Okay, so
I
what's
just
your problem with
posted
one
like
more orbit
10
then?
of them in that one movie right there if you
Yeah.
want to watch it.
I
Yeah, I
felt
need 10.
attacked for having a high IQ personally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Our
I was gonna
problem,
say that before we got off the subject. So
bro,
like when I took
it's
that
so
test, am I muted?
You're in here.
Nope,
You're
we
in
hear
here.
you.
We hear you.
Okay,
You're good.
that's just weird. Dude, yeah, I took my IQ test when I was in 8th grade, right? So I get home and I tell my mom, "Oh, I got 145." And
Like,
she goes, "Oh yeah, well mine's 146." My whole life I thought hers was actually 146. I was telling everybody, "Oh man, I got the smartest mom. I got the smartest mom."
She trolled you?
She fucking trolled me. She didn't want me thinking I
got
was
it.
smarter than her. She fucking was going around just trolling me, bro. And then I asked her
Meanwhile,
about
for
it
the
later.
last
She doesn't. She
11
doesn't even remember telling me that. She doesn't
for the
even
last
remember
11
telling me.
years you've been
Oh, that's
deferring to her
terrible.
answer on everything, right?
It's hilarious. Oh my! I just found out like a few months ago. I'm like, oh my
That is funny.
god. She just didn't want me to get a big head, like, cause like I was just a kid, you know. I was
Did it
already
work?
causing trouble.
So then you spent a week
So that
calling
Did it
back
work?
all the people you told that she was smarter than you for, you know what, she trolled
Look,
you
I
guys.
was
No. I just. I mean, I'm
I
telling
was
you
off the
now. I
mic.
just.
Riggs, I do want to commend you. I heard a couple of the bullet points. I have never heard of the periodic table fallacies or paradoxes. I mean,
Yeah.
Riggs, thank you so much for sharing that, man. That was
Yeah,
amazing.
dude, it's a gold mine because like people don't like Jesse admitted, and I think it's pretty clear, like it's just a way of categorizing. They don't really understand all the different relationships. And there's many paradoxes even within the way they categorize it, and like it's just like a label collecting system. So like the periodic table of elements, it's up in the air, man. Honestly. Like, it's like mostly up in the air. There's so many paradoxes. So I just think that people need to stop being so confident. You know, it's weird. It's just weird to be a little too confident, you know?
So should we say that should we just not use it because there are a couple of paradoxes and just
No, I
guess for
think
the
you
rest?
should not be so confident. I just said it,
Who
man.
who's
I just said it a few
who's
times.
who's confident in the periodic like more than
Well,
They're
like
called
who?
science.
Jesse was very confident, and you know, he was kind of like shutting people down who were talking about things that were against the model. And I just said, you know, you sound a little too confident. And then I brought up the paradoxes, and he suddenly kind of changed his tune. He's like, oh, well,
I thought
yeah,
there
there's
was
a lot of
one you were looking
paradoxes, just a labeling system.
No, I
wasn't
did
there
not
one you
change
were
my
looking
tune, just for the record.
You actually, you know what? Would you like to bet money, Jesse? Like to
Well,
bet money?
no, I was speaking
Science is
to the
one.
model of the charges and electrons and the you know the chemistry, the model of chemistry. To me, the periodic table is not chemistry. It's just an interesting way to organize it. There's been a number of different types of organizations, different periodic tables. It's not a model. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool, but it is not the
Yeah.
model of chemistry.
It's just a way of categorizing. I'm just saying that overall, like the sky is, it seems like the sky is the limit. There's a lot of different ways it seems like we can either organize or categorize. And you know, right now, this is just what we have, but in the future or even in the near future, it could become entirely different. I just think that we need to stop educating people with this idea that they should be overly confident in the current understanding. I think that's what's robbing children of their true curiosity. and then they just think within this box. It's a problem. This is
Well,
this is what the biggest problems in flat earth are, man, is that, like, you tell kids that they're specks of dust, and you tell them so much stuff with super confidence that they don't even feel like they're ever going to discover anything. There's no reason to go dig their hand in the dirt and, like, find a shell. It's
don't
sad.
you think?
I think it's sad. I watched an
Don't
atheist tell a kid that there's nothing worth living for with confidence, and I wanted to punch him. And it was, I think it was Robin Williams or something. It was just fucking disgusting.
Well,
don't you think
you
the
have my
fact that
sympathy
we
on that.
have yeah, don't you think the fact that we have paradoxes that have been identified speak directly against what you just said?
Yeah, but they coexist synonymously with the issue. I mean, not they coexist
Um,
currently with the issue. Like
I think
in geology, in anthropology, they have found thousands of objects which they call out of place objects. Now, sometimes, obviously, it could have been pushed up by the wind or, like, brought over just over time. Somebody dropped some trash or whatever, but, like, a lot of these things are unexplainable and
I
don't
get his
fit the
point
time
though.
period, and they're concealed within that time period, so they're called out of place. Now, you construct a story around what the majority of the evidence is, but if you include all the evidence, the whole story's bunk. And a lot
But his
of
his
what I
point.
think a lot of sciences like this, I'm finding, is that they have an overconfidence in like, they've assembled a model or an understanding which they can feel secure knowing that at least this part kind of works, maybe at least within as much as I can prove it. But all these other things, or at least, or even like the way of framing the issue, like with the periodic table, a lot of people think that's a model. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I
there's a
want to
lot to be
respond.
understood. Okay, go
I
ahead.
want to
I
say,
did kind of go on.
yeah, I get your point that you're saying. Well, look, I mean, they're admitting there's paradoxes, and so it's open. They're admitting the open-endedness, but it's not taught to the kids. It's like you have to wait till you get to the college level before the kids learn stuff like that, and so they maybe they could be taught to be more open-minded and understand the contentions of certain issues a lot earlier, possibly. To Riggs's point, though.
The problem is they would have no basis to understand the paradoxes that we're talking about because they have to be first taught the base level of knowledge. So if you start
Disagree.
confusing them with what?
I disagree.
How is a kid going to understand, like, the paradoxes or
Contradiction or
Einsteinian
contention.
versus Newton relativity? How are they going to understand that without a basic level
Well, I think it
knowledge?
should be I mean, it should be the responsibility of the educator, or at least that group of or a system, to properly formally inform the people learning this stuff. Like, I was in chemistry. They never taught me any paradoxes.
You got to teach them to be open-minded
None.
early.
I didn't learn any paradoxes in school. It was more like something I saw in a newspaper somewhere, or
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
How do they
excuse me, not a
understand it?
newspaper, but
Your answer to your
like
question is by
what, man? What?
the answer to his question is by teaching them earlier. That's how they start to understand. When you wait till later, you get these lemmings. And then it's harder to break the mold. Their mind is more conditioned to be closed. They should
Or
be
teach
told
them
there's these.
in that class, like, these are
I agree.
you know what, that should be required. Let's go ahead and write a bill that every class, or it's a condition of higher education that if there are any known paradoxes, it should be like the nutrition label. They should disclose, like, Surgeon General warning, like, here's the paradox. You know what I mean?
I
It should
like
be
the
required.
I like the word contention
yeah.
a little better. Paradox is fine,
Boom.
but they should be
It's
told,
actually a really
like
good
you're saying,
idea.
hey, this is the strongest. This is like the strongest right now. But there are these other, below, like exception. Like, I don't think there's anything that will teach these kids to be open-minded, and they'll be better truth seekers and scientists earlier. The earlier you teach them,
Right.
man.
Right.
Like, for
You
instance,
got to
maybe
give
they should
some of
teach
their
a
life
sunset
back to them,
in
man.
kindergarten instead of first grade or something.
Whatever. I
Okay,
think you
hold
get
on a
the
second.
point.
So I'm having debates, or hearing of debates on here, where people don't know the difference between acceleration and velocity and density and mass and weight, but you want them to be able to understand relativity, Einstein versus Newton. Like, that's a whole different level of complexity that they'll never understand unless they understand the basics.
You talking about the kids in school or people on here, man?
Well, the people on here, like, they think they've got it figured out, but they don't understand the basics of physics.
Dude, we don't have everything. Dude, we're the position where we don't have everything figured out. We're willing to accept the paradoxes and accept a
Wait,
worldview that we can incorporate these paradoxes to understandings. You
wait,
guys aren't.
you just said that you
Welcome to
can't
Gator.
have two you just said that you can't have quanta and the other one. They're opposing viewpoints and
No,
you
no, no. I
both
was
you
trying
can't
to
be
repeat what he said. I don't know enough about. I don't know
okay.
enough about
Okay.
quantum. All I know is that they openly admit they're not compatible and they're separate and they work simultaneously next to each other. I don't
Well,
know
I see
enough about that. I was going
yeah,
off of his
okay.
definition. I even asked for clarification. I'm
Okay.
not
Well,
here giving a sermon.
Icy Spin's boyfriend, Roger, was trying to tell me that because Einstein crushed Newton, Newton didn't know what he was talking about. But that's okay.
Well, some people feel that way and they're more educated or understand more than I do. I don't understand all that.
Oh boy.
You need to maybe call out the people you're talking to and don't generalize.
Dr. P. Donald, what is your position on the 24-hour sun in Antarctica? He's probably on the phone with Demmoch figuring out his next.
Getting tips.
Oh, I mean, I see easy little maps where they kind of draw like I guess the circle, the pizza, and then there's like the light half and dark half of the pizza, but then along the dark half edge, they'll put light and be like it's like reflecting off the back or something like that. That's the best way I think you could steelman the flat earth. Do they call that the coffee cup caustic thing or something, or
Well,
I don't know.
you just need to know real quick, Don, is that Flat Earth has bought this coffee cup caustic hook, line, and sinker. In reality, caustics are like a group of refractive effects, type of effects. So just look up the term caustics. That way you can get the full breakdown instead of just being pigeonholed into one type of understanding. I'm afraid, I've caught so many people teaching like one
I
section
respect it.
of something and then saying, "Oh, this is it. This is the whole thing." I'm like, "No,
I'll
no,
ask something a
All right,
little
well,
bit more.
I'll stay off the term. I'll stay off
I'll
the
ask,
term, but do you
no, no." I'm
have you
just
guys not
warning
seen
you.
the
Not don't get stuck on that one thing. That's all.
well, my question is this: is when they're in Antarctica, if you grant that people went there and they did the final experiment, what have you, and I'm not sure if you do, but if you do, how would you explain in that situation as a thought experiment the sun appearing due south at any point during that? Like the sun would essentially be not over the flat Earth anymore when it goes due south.
Are
Would
you
you agree?
asking Dawn?
Yeah, Donald, Dr. Donald. I don't remember.
All right,
Yeah,
so
You can just call him P Don.
got it. Pete on.
again, so if you see have you are you familiar? Maybe the picture's buried in my stuff, but basically you take this circle, you cut it in half. Half is light, half is dark, right? The sun's over in the light half. But if it's somehow reflecting all the way, only it's not lighting the dark half because it's not reaching that part, but somehow it's reflecting off of the sky or something, and it's gonna look like it's behind you in the south. Like, I don't know. It's not that solid, but there has to be some other reflection thing happening or something. But it is interesting. I do like that they follow it. That's kind of strong globe evidence is that they supposedly follow it, but you also can just like, kind of say that maybe they're just lying. I mean, think about the drama we go through where Jaron is the one that brought this to Flat Earth's attention with the video being edited, the video being deceptive with the flags and the shadows, and then he's the representative that goes down there for it. I mean, that, you know what I mean? Like that to me is kind of something to keep me interested in that side of it. But let me try to find the little diagram here, and then maybe we could talk about how it would be reflecting all the way from the other half. Also, man, it seems like these little, remember that show, The Lodge 2-1? They ended it. They didn't do no other seasons. It was like the best show ever. Right when she stepped out the door, and then boom, she was like teleport. Like, bro, like I'm telling you, maybe they sneaking this shit in on us, bro. They're sneaking it in.
Yeah, so I guess we would just have to like we would have to agree, just for a flat Earth perspective. This is all I'm asking, that they went to a point and they set up a camera somewhere on that flat Earth uh, diagram, right? For the Gleason map, for instance, and they track the sun at some point wherever they're standing on. Let's just call it right close to the Antarctica wall, or and on the perimeter somewhere close to the perimeter. Their camera would rotate in a way that it would cause the actual object of the sun, this big yellow white thing, fusion ball, whatever, in the skies in frame, and it's still in frame as it revolves from their vantage point. And that tells me that, well, this sun seems to be outside of the coffee cup, right? And so then we have an issue of how does the sun being outside the coffee cup create this band inside the coffee cup? Because, we still have to deal with the real laws of physics. That would be another issue that would come
The
up.
caustic is a lighting effect, though. It wouldn't actually change the position of the sun. It would just be the light.
Right, yeah, but
It
then
would
the
be,
light
it would
would behave
offer some
differently
glare
if it.
or reflections or something like that.
Well, and
Like
I
what
could be
I'm
wrong, but
proposing, which I pinged you in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say I could be wrong. My illustration was simply that would create another that would potentially create another problem, because this refractive condition that you're talking about, where it creates this illusion of light, or the light bends in a way that makes it possible. Well, now that phenomenon would take place with the light source being inside of the perimeter of whatever the object, the coffee cup, for instance. Now, when we're outside of that object, now how light's going to still behave like light does, and then we got to figure out, well, how does it make sense that now it's not reflecting off the outside perimeter of the ice wall and causing other phenomenon, northern lights, southern lights, craziness outside, number one. But number two, how does it still create the same effect inside the coffee cup when it's outside the coffee cup, I guess, if that makes sense.
I mean,
Or it's
I
just not
posted
that.
the thing. I don't know the best way to see the magic here, but that's the best steel man I've ever seen for it, is the thing posted at 9 after the hour in the wide chat.
Yes, and so what you're showing, the sun is on the left side, but at some point the sun would actually have to be outside of the perimeter, where it says I can see the sun and it's cut off. Imagine the sun being right there
No,
where the N is cut off, because that's where it goes around them, right? It goes around them where the man's standing on the edge of the perimeter. It doesn't stay
right, but
over
it
the
say
flat
it
earth
goes
band.
from the man's at 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
So at some point, like it's light in his half at 3 o'clock, then it's 6 o'clock, it's light. Then when it starts going over to 9, it's not light anymore. But what if that, as it goes from 6 to 9, that's where it comes around and comes off that back wall, like somehow. Like I get you're saying who knows? Like the image of the sun could be doing that. Like who
But
knows? I
then
don't know.
the sun would
Maybe
be
you could see through the outer ring. Who knows?
it would be doing a
But
circuit
who
in
knows?
front of him at all times, right? And the way that the proposed solution you brought up, but that's not what happened.
But who
No, it's
knows?
not. I mean, mhm.
Earth could be a globe too. Go ahead.
Sure could. Maybe these micro globe exclusions that flat Earth can't shove down anybody's throat definitely don't disprove a globe, in my opinion, fully. I mean, not even close.